of environment science which have been asked in our various state examinations. Off करो बाबू, ये लाइट नहीं जली, ये लाइट भी जलाओ. Hello friends, Namaskar. Today we'll discuss some new questions related stories, and I hope you will like it. In these sections, we are mainly talking about the environmental science, its question and its basics. Because when you have basics, your basics is clear. In that condition, you can solve any type of questions. And I hope you will like these type of videos. So please, if you like these type of videos, then please like, share and subscribe to our channel. And if you are live, then please try to comment answers in the comment box. That will help us to boost our, you can say, confidence as well as boost our material too. I hope anyone who is live there, then please be attentive. And firstly, I will log in my cell phone. So now this is all about it. Everyone who is live there, then please be attentive. And in these classes, if you want to revise everything, so you can join our previous classes, because in previous classes I have also talked about various questions which have been asked in many examinations. And I hope if you will be ready with those questions, so that will increase your confidence too. So now it's time to start our classes. So I don't know why it's not logging in. Well, so it's our environment third class, and in this class, as I told you, we will revise questions in a proper way that will build up your main subjects too. Environment is very necessary. Why it's necessary? Because in PCS examinations, in RO ARO examinations, in even civils too, various questions are asked from those areas. So our first question is, in a food chain, man is option A, producer, option B, only primary consumer, option C, only secondary consumer, and option D, primary as well as secondary consumer. It's a simple question, and I hope all of you can answer it in a proper way. 6 people are live. Please answer these questions. Yeah, everyone. 6 people are live. Yeah, I can see them. Then please try to answer these questions. Yeah. Well, I don't know why they are not giving answer, but I will start them. So it was, in a food chain, man is a producer, only primary consumer, only secondary consumer, and D, primary as well as secondary consumer. So when we talk about these things in a proper way, so mainly plants. These are plants. It's a plant. Plants are producers. And some organism like herbivores, some organism like herbivores depends on plants. So these are primary consumers. And some organisms depend on herbivores, like you can say carnivores. So these are known as mainly secondary consumers, and some carnivores are also come in the tertiary consumers. Yeah, you can say omnivores. These are tertiary consumers. So this is talking about the human beings. Then human beings come in which category? So as you know that we eats plants too, because I'm a vegetarian, so I eat plants too. I eat plant based products, or you can say plants too, because we eat uh, rice flour, corn, everything which is directly produced from the plants. So we can say that human beings are depends on plants. So we are primary consumer. primary consumer, because we also eats meat, like we also eats animal like goat, goat, you can say hen, fish. So these are the primary consumers, because we eat primary consumers too. So that is why human beings are primary consumer as well as secondary consumer. So option D will be the correct answer, that human being is a primary consumer as well as secondary consumer, because it it can ills it can eat producer as well as the primary consumers too. That's why. Now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is, driving force of an ecosystem is A. Carbohydrate, B. Biomass, C. Carbon, and D. Solar energy. Any one of you, please answer this question. Driving force of an ecosystem is, means which force drives ecosystem. You have to tell us that which force drive ecosystem. So our options are A. Carbohydrate, option B. Biomass, option C. Carbon, and D. Solar energy. It's a simple question, as you know that in an ecosystem, sun is the ultimate source of energy. Sun is the ultimate source of energy. Sun is the ultimate source of energy, because like human beings, we depends on plants. We depends on plants for our food. We depends on plant for our foods, and various organism on this earth are directly or indirectly depends on plants for their food. But these plants are depend on sunlight for their food, because there is a process called photosynthesis. There is a process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. There is a process called photosynthesis, by which plants, or you can say producers, have the tendency to prepare, or you can say to synthesize their own food in the by the help of sunlight. So, and if there will be no sunlight, so there will be no plant, and if there will be no plant, there will be no organism on this earth. So we can say the ultimate source of energy on this earth is of an ecosystem is solar energy. Of solar energy, because if you talk about any ecosystem like grassland ecosystem, in grassland ecosystem, grasses are there, because grasses are plants, so they prepare their food, or you can say they synthesize their food by the help of photosynthesis. So solar radiation is necessary. Second thing is there, that in a pond ecosystem, because in a pond ecosystem, phytoplanktons are there. Phytoplanktons are small algae, or you can say they are lower algae, which prepare their food by the help of these solar radiations. So we can say in every ecosystem there will be sunlight or solar radiations, by which any organism can gain energy. So we can say this is the correct answer. So now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is, concerning the food chain is in ecosystem which of? Yeah, concerning the food chain in ecosystem which of? So concerning the food chain means which is the main component of a food chain in an ecosystem. So as you know that the plants are the main chain, or you can say plants are the starting chain of an ecosystem, because in that ecosystem we can say plants are only producers, and cow cow are depends on plants, and if there will be some insects which are on the body of cow, so peacock can eat them, and tiger can eat cow as well as peacock too. So we can say green plants are the concerning of food chain. Green plants are the concerning of food chain. Nowadays, in Lucknow there is a big Tuesday in which people worship Bajrang Bali or Hanuman ji, and there will be bhandara everywhere there. There is a huge bhandara everywhere there, and in our place where we are stay there at Dandaiya, so there are, I think there is about 15 to 16 bhandaras are there, and our colleagues are going there to eat bhandaras. If there is bhandara at your place, then go and to them. It's a good thing. Well, so I think, and my colleague Mohit as well as Ashu is there. They are also taking bhandaras in front of me. I'm taking class, and they are busy on taking their meal. And my office boy Mohit is also very generous for bhandaras. If someone told you that after 10 kilometers or after 15 kilometers there is bhandara, and if he doesn't have bike, he will go on foot. Yeah, he will go on foot by thinking nothing. He will go on foot. So it's a good thing about him. Well, when there will be bhandara everywhere, go and took them. Well, so that's all about it. Now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is percentage laws related to. Yeah, I think there's some misprint. It is 10% law. It is, the question is 10% law is related to, or 10% law is related to which, means for which it is related to. Option A, transfer of energy as food from one tropic level to another tropic level. Option B, transfer of heat from one matter to another. Option C, transfer of birds from one zone to another zone. D, transfer of water from one zone to another. And option D, none of the above. And this question was asked in the Chhattisgarh PCS. Everyone, if there will be class, then be silent. Be silent is necessary. Well, so as I told you, be attentive and be silent. There should be no voice at your studying place. So 10% laws related to 10% laws related to. So this law was given by Linden. There was a scientist. In 10% law, we talk about the transfer of energy. We talk about the transfer of energy from one tropic level to next tropic level. From one tropic level to next tropic level. So option A is correct. That transfer of energy as food from one tropic level to another tropic level. Because there is no space over there, so I will move to the next page and I will tell you. So because it has a huge space, so as I'm saying about the topic level, 10% law. Suppose topic level, yeah. In our first topic level, it's in our first topic level. Well, in our first topic level, there are producers. I think I should erase everything. Yeah. In our first topic level, there are plants. In our first topic level, there are plants, and generally you know that the plants are producers. Plants are producers because they produce food. Plants are producers because they produce food. And how they produce food? So they produce their food in the presence of sunlight. In the presence of sunlight, they produce food. Okay, and this is the tropic level 1. Team is tropic level 1. This is tropic level 1. And and herbivores. Which are herbivores? And herbivores are depend on these plants. In herbivores, we generally talk about the deer, goat, cow. So these are examples of herbivores. So these herbivores are depends on plants for their food. And at this is the second tropic level. This is second tropic level. In third tropic level, carnivores are there. This is third tropic level. And in fourth tropic level, there are omnivores. This is the fourth tropic level. Human beings. So this is all about. And what about the 10% law? 10% law says that 10% laws states that there will be transfer of 10% of energy from one tropic level to the another tropic level. From one tropic level to another tropic level. Be attentive, and if you will be attentive, so this will be easy for you. Suppose sun is providing lakhs of calorie of energy, but this plant this whole plant have absorbed only 10,000 calorie energy. Means it has synthesizes only 10,000 calorie energy. 10,000 calorie energy. And what happens? And a deer, a simple deer, there is a deer have fully consumed that plant. So due to the 10% law, due to the 10% law, only 10% energy will be transferred in the deer. So the 10% will be, that will be your, yeah, that will be your 1000 calorie energy. 1000 calorie energy. And if a lion, or you can say if a human being eat that deer fully, eat that deer fully, so only 10% will be go inside the body of that human beings, means that will be 100 calorie. And if a lion eat that pan fully, so only 10%, means that is 10 calorie energy will go in the body of that lion. It shows a topic level, means when when food in the form of energy is transferred from one tropic level to another tropic level, so only 10% of energy is transferred from one tropic level to another tropic level. I hope you will understand it. Now we'll move to the next question. Yeah, it was the question. So our next question is, topic level first includes, means which topic level first includes: A, herbivorous animals; B, carnivorous animals; C, omnivorous animals; and D, green plants. As I will told you in the previous question, in topic level first only green plants are there. Again come in that thing. Yeah, in tropic level first, as I will told you, this is the topic level first. In tropic level first only green plants are there. So now it's clear. Now we'll move to the next question. Yeah, what is true about ecosystem, means we have to tell that what is true about the ecosystem. Our options are: A, primary consumer are least dependent on producers. Yeah, it could be primary consumers are least dependent on producers. It could be option B, primary consumers are, yeah, primary consumers are out outnumbers producers. I don't know about that Hindi. C, producers are more than primary consumers. Okay. D, secondary consumers are the largest and the most powerful. So secondary consumers are the largest and most powerful. This is wrong, because this is not true that the secondary consumers will always be the largest and most powerful. First thing is that primary consumers are least dependent on producers. This is also wrong, because primary consumers are totally dependent on plants. Come on that figure. Yeah, primary consumers like herbivores, deer, goat, cow, they are totally dependent on plants. So that is also wrong. So what happened to them? Yeah, that question. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that primary consumers are least dependent on producers. This is also wrong. Now we have to eliminate one option there. Primary consumers are outnumber producers. I don't Hindi. Producers are more than primary consumers. This is also wrong, because producers are more in number. So only option B is correct. Because if you talk about any area, so more plants are there. If we go in any paddy field or any area, so more plants are there as comparison to secondary or tertiary consumers. So this is the correct answer. Now we'll move to the next question. In the marine environment, the main primary producers are, means in marine environment the main primary producers are. Now you have to answer that question. Option A, phytoplanktons; option B, seaweeds; option D, marine angiosperm; and D, aquatic biophytes. Now answer these question. Yeah, everyone, do fast. So In that question, in the marine environment, the main primary producers are A, phytoplanktons, B, seaweeds, D, marine angiosperm, and D, aquatic bryophytes. So the correct answer is phytoplanktons, because phytoplanktons are, if you talk about the phytoplanktons, these are lower algae. These are lower algae which are huge in number, which are huge in number, which are huge in number. So you can say these are the, in marine environment, these are the primary producers, means the phytoplanktons. Okay. Now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is, which one of the following pair is correctly matched? Which one of the following pair is correctly matched? Option A, mountain to most stable ecosystem. B, abiotic component bacteria. C, green plants ecosystem. Rainfall, global warming. I think now you can answer it. Well, mountains are most stable ecosystem. This is wrong, because when we talk about the most stable ecosystem, so ocean is the correct answer. Ocean is the most stable ecosystem. So this is wrong. Abiotic components are those components which have no life, but bacteria have life. So this is also wrong. In abiotic component, there is air, soil, mountain, air, soil, mountain. These are the abiotic component. Next, the green plant. Green plant is ecosystem. No, because this is also wrong. Because green, which of the following pair is correctly matched? Okay, we have to talk about the green plants ecosystem. Yeah, this is the correct answer, because green plants. Yeah, this is green plants are the main producing body, or you can say main energy producing in an ecosystem. So this could be correct. Next is the rainfall, global warming. No, it's wrong, because rain global warming, the main cause of global warming is CFC gases, CFC gases, CO2 gases, CFC gases, CO2 gases, and water vapor. Water vapor are the main cause of global warming. So rainfall is not the correct answer. So our correct answer is option C, green plants, because green plants make any ecosystem, or you can say environment. So option C is correct. Now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is, in the marine environment, the main primary producers are, I think that question have been repeated earlier. So again, the main producers are phytoplanktons. So option A is correct. Now we will move to the next question. Which one of the following pair is correctly matched? This is again repeating. So now we'll move to the next question. Among the following bio among the following biotic components, the ecosystem producer system is, as a simple, which is the producer. So only green plants are producers. Only green plants are producers. So option D is correct. Now we'll move to the next question. Yeah, 6 people are live. Please try to answer these questions in a proper way. It's mandatory. Yeah, 8 people are live. Try to answer these questions. Yeah, it's mandatory. Yeah. Well, because weather is very hot, then try to take liquids for your body, like cold drinks, charge, dahi, matta, everything could be there. I have water, so I will take water only. Now, tropic level includes, means tropic level includes what? A, herbivorous animal. B, carnivorous animal. C, omnivorous animal. And D, green plants. So tropic level first includes, we are talking about tropic level first. So tropic level first includes generally green plants. Mainly green plants are kept in tropic level first. Now we'll move to the next question. What is true about ecosystem? What is true about ecosystem? So this question have been, again we have done, that primary consumers are least dependent on producers. No, Primary consumers are more dependent on consumers producers. This is wrong. Primary consumers are outnumbers producers are more than primary consumers. So only option C is correct and all of them are incorrect. Now we'll move to the next question. In the marine ecosystem, the main producers are A. Phytoplanktons, B. Seaweeds, D. Marine angiosperm, and D. Aquatic bryophytes. So in a marine ecosystem, the phytoplanktons, which are there? Phytoplanktons are the primary producers because because these are in a huge amount and these have the capability to produce these have the capability to produce huge amount of food, and the fishes, or you can say aquatic animals, are dependent on them for their food. Now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is the amount of energy during the level of transfer from one tropic level to the another tropic of an ecosystem. So as I told you, by 10% law, which was given by Lindman, 10% law says that from one tropic level from one tropic level to next tropic level, energy always decreases. Energy always decreases. Only 10% of energy transfer from one tropic level to another tropic level. So the main amount of energy during the transfer of any one tropic level to another tropic level in an ecosystem decreases. So option C is correct. It decreases. Now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is, which one of the following organism is likely to show the highest concentration of DDT? Yeah, what about the highest concentration of DDT, comma, once it has been introduced into the ecosystem? A. Grasshopper, B. Toad, D. Snake, and D. Cattle. So we have to talk about the DDT. The full form of DDT is dichloro, difluoro, difluoro, trichloro, ethane. This is the full form of uh, DDT. Now, DDT is banned in various countries, like our country. So, why it is this term biomagnification? Biomagnification. Biomagnification. So, firstly, we'll talk about the biomagnification, then we will clear the DDT. Biomagnification is a term when the concentration of non biodegradable substances. I'm again writing, when the concentration of non biodegradable substances when the concentration of non biodegradable substances increases in a you can say in a food chain, in a food web, or in a tropic level then this is called biomagnification. Again, biomagnification is a process by which the amount of non biodegradable substances increases from one tropic level to another tropic level, and this phenomenon is called biomagnification. Why this harmful for the environment? Just wait a minute. So just take a screenshot over there. After that I will explain it. So I hope you have taken. So when we talk about the DDT, biomagnification, so suppose it's a plant, and I have applied some two things are there, that is the biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Biodegradable substances are those when they decomposes or degraded, they fully destroyed, means everything will be means that doesn't harm the environment. They doesn't harm the environment are known as biodegradable substances. Like like us, like all the living beings are generally biodegradable. But plastics, some chemical substances are like some chemical substances, like some metals are non-biodegradable. When they enter in any ecosystem, when they enter in any food chain, not ecosystem, in a food chain, so their level will be same in the whole tropic level. As you know that the in a tropic level, the energy decreases from moving from one tropic level to another tropic level, but the amount of these non-biodegradable substances doesn't decrease. And they, and when the concentration of these will be increased in an ecosystem or in a tropic level, it is called biomagnification. Just a look. So suppose uh, I have applied 10 milligram, or you can say 10 gram. I have applied 10 gram DDT on that plant. I have applied 10 gram DDT on that plant, and and a frog, you can say a goat, and a goat has eaten everything. A goat has eaten everything of that plant. So as you know, when we talk about the energy, so only 10% of energy will be, only 10% of energy. When we talk about energy, only 10% of energy will be transferred from one tropic level to another tropic level. But when we talk about the these chemical substances, biomagnification, so these chemical substances will not be transferred, they will be transferred fully. So in goat, if it will consume the whole plant, so 10 gram of DDT will be in that body, in the body of that goat. And if a lion fully eat that goat, fully eat that goat, so again 10% DDT, sorry 10 gram DDT go inside the body of that lion. Again, if when it will be degraded, when the lion will be die, so some vultures will eat the whole lion. So again 10 gram of DDT will go in the body of vulture. What happens there? That the amount of non biodegradable substances is increasing. They doesn't degrade, they increasing. So because in the whole life the vulture will eat more than 50 to 80, or you can say 10, more than 10 lions are there, other animals are there, which have chemical substances. So what happened to them? So in that condition the amount of non biodegradable substances like DDT will be accumulated in the body of that organism, and that will harm that organism, which is a example of biomagnification. So when someone talk to you or ask you what is biomagnification, then you can say simply, sir, biomagnification is a process in which the amount of non biodegradable substances increases from one tropic level to another tropic level. This is called biomagnification. So now move to the next question. Which one of the following organism likely to show the highest concentration of DDT? Yeah. So now grasshopper, because it's a primary consumer, it totally depends on plants, so it will not be the correct answer. Toad is a frog, it's a variety of frog. It will depend on how grasshopper, so it will be. But snake will be the correct answer. Why snake will be the correct answer? Because it's a plant. A grasshopper, a grasshopper will eat the whole plant or any plant. So, and these grasshopper will be eaten by toad or frog, and that frog will be eaten by snake. So what happened to them? So maximum energy, or sorry, not maximum energy, maximum non biodegradable substances will move in the body of snake. So that will be the correct answer. Now we'll talk about the next question. Our next question is the transitional zone between two distinct communities known as A. Ecotype, B. Arcade, D. Ecosphere, and D. Ecotone. So correct answer is D. The transitional zone between two distinct communities. The transitional, suppose two communities are there, and this is the transitional phase. So it is known as ecotone. Ecotone. So now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is the amount of energy during transfer from the amount of energy during transfer from one trophic level to another trophic level in an ecosystem. As I told you, when we move from one trophic level to another trophic level in an ecosystem, then the amount of energy decreases. So option B is correct. Now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is, which one of the following is an example of anthropogenic biome? Which type of biome? Anthropogenic biome. A, freshwater. B, grassland. C, rainforest. And D, cropland. Means which of the following is an example of anthropogenic biome? So option A, freshwater. B, grassland. C, rainforest. And D, cropland. Now you have to answer these questions. So when there is a term, I think, if because all of you are civil students, so you have aware about a subject which is known as anthropology. Anthropology in Hindi it is known as Nrivigyan. In Hindi it is known as Nrivigyan, and it's a very scoring subject. It's a very scoring subject because in anthropology, history plus geology, or you can say science, is attached. This is known as anthropology. So which one of the following is the example of anthropology? When there will be anthropology, anthropod is there, then just correlate that thing with the human beings. Correlate that thing with human beings. With human beings. Correlate that thing with human beings. So your answer will be the which of them is example of which of them is an example of which is directly attached to the human beings. A, freshwater, no. Grassland, no. Rainforest, no. Cropland, because cropland is the area where we crop lands. You can say it's a field. It's a field or cropping area, because in cropping area mainly human beings govern everything. Mainly human beings govern everything. So the correct answer will be cropland. Now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is, the example of lantic habitat in the freshwater communities. The example of lantic habitat, this is lantic, not lotic. The example of lantic habitat in the freshwater communities: A, pond and swamps. B, waterfalls and rivers. C, ponds and rivers. And D, all of the above. And that question was asked in the MPPC 2014. So when we talk about the lantic, two things are there. One is lantic and next is a lotic. Lotic habitat. So when we talk about the lantic habitat, it is static water body habitat. Static water body habitat. So which have the static water body? Ponds and swamps. B, waterfalls and rivers. This is incorrect. C, ponds and rivers, because rivers are not lantic, these are lotic, so it is wrong. All of them it is wrong. Only option A is correct, ponds and swamps, because in ponds and swamps water is steady, water is static. So this type of habitat is known as lantic habitat. Now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is, in the case of which one of the following biogeochemical cycles, the weathering of rock is the main source of release of nutrient to enter the cycle? In the case of the following biogeochemical cycles, when we talk about the biogeochemical cycles, when the substances changes from biological substances to geological substances, or you can say non-living things, those are known as biogeochemical cycles. The weathering of rocks is the main source of release of nutrient to entry. We are talking rocks. Rock is there. Nutrient to the entry level of the cycle: A, carbon cycle. B, nitrogen cycle. C, phosphorus cycle. And D, sulfur cycle. So if you have something knowledge about the weathering of the stones or weathering, so you can understand that phosphorus cycle, when we are talking about the coral reefs, phosphorus cycle provides the nutrient which is responsible for the weathering of rocks. Now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is, which one of the following is the largest ecosystem of the earth? A. Hydrosphere, B. Biome, C. Lithosphere, and D. Biosphere. So the correct answer is biosphere, because when we talk about the hydrosphere, it is hydrosphere. It is hydrosphere. Biome, it is uh, lithosphere, and it is atmosphere. And the biosphere will cover some part of every area. So we can say that the biosphere is the largest ecosystem of the earth, because biosphere is that area where life can exist. So option D will be the correct answer. Now we'll move to the next question. Our next question is, the movement of nutrient element through various components of an ecosystem is called. The movement of various nutrients. The movement of various nutrient element through various component of an ecosystem is called A. Biogeochemical cycle, B. Biochemical cycle. It's a simple question. Correct answer is biogeochemical cycle, which we have discussed in the earlier question. Now we'll move to the next question. Which one of the following is not related to ecological balance? A. Water management, B. Afforestation, C. Industrial management, and D. Wildlife protection. D. Wildlife protection. So correct answer is industrial management, because in industrial management have no a huge industrial management have not a huge responsibility, or you can say have not a huge things uh, in the field of biological management, or you can say ecological management. So option C is correct. Now we'll move to the next question. Which one of the following is the correct sequence of ecosystem in the order of decreasing productivity? In that question, we were asked to correct the productivity decreasing productivity. So ocean, lakes, grassland, mangroves. For your kind information, you should remember that the mangroves has the highest productivity. Mangroves highest has the highest productivity. Mangroves has the highest productivity. So that option will be gone. Yeah, in two options, mangroves are there. So this option is also wrong, because mangroves are the highest. Mangroves, then ocean, then lakes, then grassland. Mangrove, yeah, this is the correct answer, because mangroves has the highest, then grassland, then lakes, and ocean have the less productivity, because ocean has a very wide area, you can say very huge area where living beings are there. But when we talk about the productivity, so they are less as comparison to the other areas. So now we'll move to the next question. Chipko movement is related to A. Plant conservation, B. Tiger project, C. Crocodile conservation, and D. Plant reproduction. So it is related to the plant conservation, because in Chipko movement started from the Uttarakhand, where various ladies have started, many ladies, or you can say tribals are there, they have started to conserve plants, or you not plants, trees, for their environment. So that's and there is a lady like Gaura Devi, Sundarlal Bogda, various Chandi Prasad. They are the main key players to make it's a global, or you can say make it's a big thing for the whole country. Now we'll move to the next question. That which of the following statement is correct? Which of the following statement is correct? A. Energy flow in biosphere ecosystem is unidirectional. B. Energy flows in the biospheric cycle. C. Relative loss of energy in natural ecosystem decreases within the increased tropic level. D. Species of progressively higher tropic level. No, only option A is correct, because the energy flow in any ecosystem is unidirectional. So option A is correct. Now we'll move to the next question. Who of the following used to the term deep ecology? So the term deep ecology was firstly coined by Ernest Reyes. Ernest Reyes is the scientist who has coined the word deep ecology. Now we'll move to the next question. Which one of the following shows a density gradient of the water system? A. Ecoline, B. Haloline, C. Picoline, and D. Thermoline. So picoline is the correct answer because it shows the density gradient in a water body. Now we'll move to the next question. Which one of the following statements is true about the bionomics? It means management of life. 2. It is synonyms of ecology. D. It stresses the value of natural system which influences human system code. So option A, it means management of life. Bionomics. Okay. It is the synonyms of ecology. 2 is correct. Incorrect. It stresses the value of natural system with influence the human system code. Only it means management of life. Yeah, bionomics. So only option in that question, option 2 and 3, it is synonymous of ecology. Yeah, it stresses the value of natural system. So only option C is correct. So now we'll move to the next question. Which one of the following is the correct sequence of food chain? A. Diatoms, then crustaceans, then herians. It is the correct answer. So friends, I hope that you have enjoyed that video or that session. And if you like these videos, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel because it's mandatory. That's enough for today. Have a nice day.